Well, hello, my musketeers. How you all doing today? Today, Gigi, it's Fur Baby, Bo, and we got Luna here. We thought we'd read you a story about the 4th of July. What do you think? Because, the 4th of July is the birthday of America. Yes, it is. Wait, you just gotta get comfy. You comfy, Luna? Okay, feel like I'm turned or something. Anyway, so here we go. I hope you enjoy the goodies. I hope you guys are having a good time. Hopefully Luna will leave Fur Baby and her attention is just, she likes her little treats. It's just laser focus on the babies. Okay, here we go. All right, so 4th of July is the birthday of the United States of America. We live in the United States of America. We are Americans. There you go. So once a year on the 4th of July, we celebrate, just like we celebrate our birthdays, we celebrate America's birthday. So this is a little book about Independence Day, and let's see what else it has in here, okay? So let's go ahead and start. Are you going to behave, Luna, or do I have to kick you off? Huh? The name of the book is 4th of July Book for Kids. You a kid? I'm a kid. Just a big kid. That's right. What do you think, Luna? Are we good? Oh yeah, I know. You're so bored. You're so bored. All right, here we go. Every year on the 4th of July, the night sky across America lights up with fireworks. Families have picnics, parades fill the streets, and cheerful music floats through the air. But why is this day so special? Why do Americans celebrate it with so much pride and joy? To understand, we need to look back to a time long before the United States became a country. See? That's kind of cool. Fireworks are cool. Right, Luna? You like fireworks, right? Yeah. For the 1,000 years, the land that is now the U.S. was a homeland of numerous Native American tribes. But then ships began arriving from Europe, carrying settlers from other distant lands. Over time, 13 British colonies grew along the eastern coast of North America. That's where you live, Charlie. You live on the eastern coast, well, close to the coast, closer than me or your cousins live, Alex and Theodora. The eastern coast of North America, all ruled by the distant British Empire. Although they were thousands of miles away from Britain, the king and his government still controlled their laws, taxed their goods, and made decisions without the colonists' say, a situation the colonists felt deeply unfair. Oh, Luna's laying down. Because they felt they didn't have any say in what was going on. See the Indians there? Yeah. That wasn't right. As the colonies grew and thrived, the desire for self-government and freedom also grew stronger. The colonists were tired of being taxed and of their voices being ignored. They wanted the right to make their own decisions and to choose their own leaders. Yeah, because when you're being taxed, that means they're taking your money. They don't want anybody to be taking the money. You know what I mean? This growing desire for freedom led to protests and meetings. The British king didn't like this growing resistance, so he sent soldiers and warships to keep the colonies in line, which eventually sparked open conflict, meaning fighting. In 1775, the first shots of the War of Independence were fired at the battles of Lexington and Concord. They said, "Let's go get them." I think your mom and daddy, Charlie, have been to Lexington and Concord. I know they live in some of the areas where some of these, I think some of these battles were going on. I don't know, you're gonna have to ask them. Now Gigi's a little confused. The colonies realized they had to stand together. So they sent representatives to a special meeting called the Continental Congress in Philadelphia. They chose George Washington to lead their army and decided they needed a powerful statement to declare their right to freedom. So these were some important men that were there at this meeting. John Adams, George Washington, he ended up becoming the very first president of the United States. And then Benjamin Franklin was a very intelligent man. And then you also had Thomas Jefferson, who also became a president. And I believe he's on a $20 bill. George Washington's on our $1 bill. That's important to know too. That's when Thomas Jefferson of Virginia was asked to write a special document explaining the colony's desire for independence. He worked tirelessly, consulting with the other wise leaders, like Benjamin Franklin and John Adams, crafting the words that would change history forever. See, he's there working on it. Working on that document. That's right. What do you think, Luna? Was he working hard on that document? I think so, huh? On July 4th, 1776, the representatives gathered in the grand hall known as the State House to vote on Jefferson's Declaration of Independence. This was a risky decision, as supporting independence could bring repression from Britain. Because all these people that came over here, they came from Europe, they came from Britain. A lot of them came from Britain and settled here in the Americas. But after hours of debate, they made a brave decision. One by one, the delegates signed the document. John Hancock, the President of Congress, signed his name first in large, bold letters as a sign of his courage. Here's John Hancock. And when you see the Declaration of Independence, his name's like right there, right in the middle, right on top, very bold, very strong. In fact, I think they may have a copy of it in Philadelphia, but I have to ask your daddy. I don't think Philadelphia is that far from you, Charlie. I have to ask. That night, Philadelphia street erupted in celebration. Bells rang and people cheered for their new country, the United States of America. Messengers on horseback raced through the colony, spreading the news. The Declaration was read aloud in churches and town squares, filling hearts with hope and determination. Because people were happy because now they were going to be free. They were going to be free in the land that they came to, where they felt they were being controlled from another land far, far away that they escaped. They escaped from and came here. Kind of interesting, huh? We all have a story, girls. We all have a story. But freedom came at a high price. That's right. The Revolutionary War continued for years. The colonial soldiers, often poorly equipped, faced one of the most powerful armies in the world. Despite many difficulties, the colonists never gave up. With the help of brave allies like the French General Lafayette, they finally forced the British to surrender at the Battle of Yorktown in 1781. This is, they say, what an ally is. An ally is someone who supports and helps others, even if they themselves are not directly involved in the situation. 2 years later, in 1783, the Treaty of Paris officially ended the war, and the United States was truly free. And George Washington became the first president, and America took its first step as an independent nation. That's kind of cool, huh? That's how we became America, a country on its own. That's right. Interesting. We all should know that. We all should know our history, where we came from, how this country came to be. It's important for us to know that, because sometimes if we know the history, they say if we don't learn from our history, sometimes the mistakes we made before, they'll make them again because we didn't learn from our history. So you always want to know your history. Right, Luna? You always want to know your history, huh? Yeah. See? Even Luna. Right? Right, Bo? Right for a baby? Yeah, that's right, Gigi. That's right. Did you know, for curious kids, did you know, I know a curious kid, today the Declaration of Independence is kept safe in Washington for all to see. The Liberty Bell, which rang out freedom in 1776, stands proudly in Philadelphia as a symbol of American liberty. The Declaration of Independence was publicly read for the first time on July 8th of 1776. The State House is now known as Independence Hall. The second president of the United States was John Adams, who helped create the Declaration of Independence. The third president of the United States was Thomas Jefferson, who wrote the Declaration of Independence. That's good to know for curious kids. I know a few. Right, Luna? You know some too? Yeah? How do we celebrate Independence Day? It's a special day in the USA, and we celebrate it with tons of fun. There are exciting concerts and colorful festivals happening all around the country. You can smell the delicious food everywhere, like hamburgers or hot dogs. Yummy! Right? Oh, there's the pictures. There we go. Woo, yummy! Right? We join fun and colorful parades. We dress up in red, white, and blue. See? See my little things here? And my fancy glasses? Woo-hoo. Just like the colors of our flag. We sing our national anthem and wave our flags proudly. You'll see American flags everywhere, usually around the holidays. Like, of course, 4th of July, Memorial Day, sometimes Veterans Day. A lot of the holidays that have a patriotic theme or military theme attached to them is usually when you'll see more flags out. That's not unusual. Papa likes to hang flags. The U.S. flag is a symbol of liberty and unity. In the top left corner, there's a blue square with 50 white stars, which represent the 50 U.S. states. The flag of the United States consists of 13 horizontal lines, red and white alternately arranged. They symbolize the first 13 colonies. Try to count the stars and the stripes. Try to count the stripes and the stars. Right? That's my train of thought there. Sorry, ladies. Sorry, girls. Remember, our flag is a very important symbol of our country. Try to hold it carefully and don't let it touch the ground. When you carry the flag, make sure it doesn't get dirty or damaged. You don't draw the flag or use it like a blanket or play with it like a toy. The flag reminds us of freedom, bravery, and all the people who took care of our country. That's why we always show it respect with a smile and pride. The Statue of Liberty. The book with the date of July 4th, 1776, United States of America. Oh, these are all the things that the Statue of Liberty is holding. But this is the flag. It has 50 stars for each state of the Union. It's got 13 stripes, each one 13 red and 13 white stripes, which stand for the 13 colonies. Now, the Statue of Liberty was given to us by the people from France. And these are the different things. I've never been to the Statue of Liberty. I don't know if your parents have. I think Dominic, I think Alex and Morgan and Alex and Theo's daddy has been to New York, but I don't know if he's been to Statue of Liberty. I don't know if your mama and daddy have been up there to Charlie. But these are the things that the statue is holding. She's holding a torch, which is a symbol of light and freedom. Then there's a book with the date July 4th, 1776, United States Declaration of Independence. And let's see, is one of the best known American symbols of the United States and freedom around the world. That's what she represents to a lot of people when they see her, especially when the Europeans were coming, when they first were coming over many years ago. When they saw that Statue of Liberty, to them that was like America. They were almost to the land of the free. That's what got them, excited to know that they were so close. We love spending time with our families and friends. We take full advantage of the sunny weather by going outside to play, laugh, and relax in the fresh air. That's why we meet for lovely picnics on the grass. Picnics are fun, that's right. Picnics are fun anytime, not just on 4th of July. It's always fun to have a picnic. All right, so we got here. It's a long book, but you know what? It's about the 4th of July. Or super cool barbecues in the backyard. We be liking barbecues. There's so much delicious food to eat, and for dessert, sweet treats, apple pie, watermelon, ice cream, and more. Try to name all the goodies on the table. Well, let's see what we got here. We got ketchup and mustard, cupcakes, hot dogs, hamburgers, lemonade, and pie and watermelon. All that good food. That's not unusual to have for 4th of July. People tend to have that kind of food for 4th of July, And of course, the daddies are usually barbecuing. Okay, here we go. Lollipops, ice creams, red, white, and blue sweet treats, all decorated in the colors of the American flag. Cupcakes and jelly. See that? Hamburgers is a juicy grilled pork chop served in a bun with cheese, tomato, lettuce, and ketchup. Pork chop? I don't know about pork chop. Usually we use beef. So, I don't know about pork chop. That'd be a little bit different. I don't know. Today. I don't know. I don't know. Hot dogs. Gigi likes hot dogs. Gigi likes chili dogs. These are sausages in a bun with mustard, ketchup, and sometimes even toppings like cheese, onions, or pickles. Pickles? Well, yeah, maybe. And then you also have apple pie and watermelon. These are the kind of foods, again, that sometimes you have them on the 4th of July. Pretty good, huh? Making me hungry. I like apple pie and lemon myself. And in the evening, get ready for something magical. The fireworks show. See my fireworks? Been having fireworks going on here. The sky lights up with sparkling red, white, and blue. It's an amazing sight. Fireworks, Independence Day, is a joyful day filled of fun and love for our country. Woo-hoo! That's right. Be proud to be an American. Woo-hoo! Yay! Right, Luna? You can. Now, I don't know if your cats. I know dogs don't like the fireworks because it scares them. They can hear because they have such good hearing, just like your cats. Sometimes it hurts their ears. Sometimes they get scared. I don't think Luna. We had Luna last year. I know Jet used to get scared. She used to hide it in our closet, way in the back. I don't remember Luna doing that so much. So we'll see. We're supposed to go up to your Theo Dude's for 4th of July. But he's gonna be doing a big barbecue. Happy 4th of July, Independence Day. What do you think? Woohoo! Woohoo! I remember when your mama and daddy were little, and sometimes your Thea Christie and Uncle Mike and Theo Dude and your Aunt Denise would come down to our house, or we go to Nana's house. Usually they came to our house because your Thea Christie lived up in the hills, so you could do fireworks over there. So they would come to our place, and we would have fireworks, and we'd have a barbecue. Did we have a barbecue? I don't remember your grandpa doing a lot of barbecuing, but I know we ate. I know he had, because now that I'm thinking about it, we did have a barbecue, but I'm trying to think. I think he did barbecue. Okay, now, your mama and daddy, Alex and Charlie, you're going to have to ask Charlie, ask your daddy. Alex, ask your mama. Because now that Gigi's thinking about it, I know we had a barbecue, and I think he did barbecue, but I don't think we barbecued all the time for 4th of July. But I know we always ate. We always had something. Because usually people came down to our house for 4th of July, because like I said, Nana would come down to our place, your Thea Chrissy would come down to our place, and we do all the fireworks there. So I'm trying to think. We must have had barbecue. I don't know why I can't remember. Maybe because it was a long time ago, right? Right, that's too long for Gigi to remember. Luna said it was so long that I could remember she had to leave. She's over there. But anyway, I know that we always did fireworks, and that your mamas and your daddies always enjoyed the fireworks. It was always nice because all the kids would get together. I know your Theo Dude would sometimes barbecue. Your grandpa did barbecue once in a while, but I know that your Theo Dude would barbecue as well. But the kids it was nice to have all the cousins around, and they'd be all running around. And, I think this one time we had like a little pool in the front yard. The kids were getting in. So there's a lot of memories, as far as lighting fireworks. And then when the fireworks were all done, your grandpa would get your grandpa or your papa would get all the fireworks and kind of put them in the middle of the street and kind of water it down, because, you got to be careful, because that stuff can light a fire. I remember this one time, your Theo Dude, not being very smart, your before your Gigi and your grandpa were married, we were just dating because he used to live next door to me when I was a teenager, and they were playing with fireworks. Well, when you know it, he was holding out that firework too long. Went off in his hand. He's lucky he didn't lose his finger. So you have to be careful if you're going to be lighting fireworks, because they are dangerous, because it's fire. So you got to be mindful of that. But anyway, I just wanted to read you the book about the 4th of July. You want to celebrate the 4th of July. You have fun. You be safe and sane, like they say for the fireworks. Know a little bit of history about the Americas. And I want you to know that Gigi's going to be thinking about you. I think, Charlie, you're going to be out of the country. So you have safe travels. Let me know when you get back, and I'll send you your goodies. Now, Alex and Theo, you'll be having your little goodies there. Now, let me know what you think of them. I hope you enjoy them. But I want you girls to know that your Gigi loves you. She misses you. Here's a kiss and a hug to my girls and to mamas and daddies. And know that Gigi loves her girls to the moon and back, baby girls. To the moon and back. Always. Moon and back, baby girls. Don't ever forget that. Moon and back.